hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Back for another Otis Frampton Live. Just check the audio. I already asked that. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's doing okay. Have a good Friday. I am having a good Friday. A little behind in my work, so apologies to my commission client. I was hoping to have some new pages here to ink today, but I only got as far as the pencils for a page this morning, cleaning up pencils for a page this morning. So I'll have to do that next week. That said, I'm finished with the Daredevil commission that have been working on, so I'm going to slot in another day of working on the Cap commission moving forward until I finish that. So, Jared, if you're listening, that's what I'm going to do. In the meantime, I'm going to spend a few minutes here at the start of the show showing how I solved the problem for this commission by creating my own brick brush. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Just a little Procreate tip at the beginning of the show. So I had this brick template set up for this page. I should have done it for before I started coloring any of the pages, but so I already have this set up here, and I can isolate it here. You can see it. Isolate it there. So this is the template that I set up, and I set up so that if I duplicate it, oops, well, I guess I got to duplicate that. Oh, come on. Oh, I'll do this. If I duplicate it, and I drag it that way, it'll line up perfectly, see? Well, mostly perfectly. Anyway, so that's what I did there. And to create the brush, what I did was I took that brick template, I copied that layer. Let's just make sure I'm good here. Copied that layer. Came out here, created a new square document, pasted that in. I'm going to drag this up so it fills pretty much the whole square. And again, I'm just doing a little Procreate tip here at the beginning of the episode to show what I did. Now, let's just change that background color. And let's drag this all the way up so that's white. Now I'm going to copy all on this document, go into the brushes, and I'm going to go in, where is it? It's my brushes. So I already have like stamp brushes created that I can just duplicate, and so let's just use this one. I'll duplicate it, click on it to edit it, go over to shape, click edit, import, and then I'm going to paste that right in there, and I'm done. And now I have a stamp brush of my bricks, my hand painted bricks. Now I got a brick brush, although I already had one. So that's how I did that, and I used it today on the pencils for a new page. You can see them here. I can isolate them for you. All isolated. This is how I created this. I basically used my brick brush to create this and then reorient them, and I'll be using that as the basis for my bricks. All right, lesson over. In the meantime, I am going to do some touch-up work on pages that are really close to being done, being colored. Let me just check on my layers. Oh, I'm at my layer limit with this one, so I'm going to have to... I'm going to start merging stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to work on the, there we go. Let's copy this. Let's get this. Work in the background for this first panel here. And to do that, I'm going to copy and paste that. So I have the flats. And drag this way up here. Now I'm going to start merging down again. So I can free up some layers. I'm working on a very large document. That's why I'm limited on layers right now. But merging down will help free some up because I know that these are done. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we got that. Let me. Yeah. So I left the line art for the background, and what I'm going to do for this this first panel here is I'm going to actually go in and replace the line art for the background, so that it's more painterly. I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off all the adjustment layers for just a little bit. And I'm actually going to drag this up so it's over this layer. Then I can go to work on it. And I'm just going to actually, a simpler way of doing this is the freehand tool. Let's do that. I'm going to do the same thing for the So basically, I'm just going to start over on this with this, paint it from scratch. Just use the lines that I already have as sort of a guide. I don't need to keep it exactly the way it was. There we go. So I'm going to replace the table and chairs too. All right, and this is going to be darker. Merge that down. All right, next up, I go in and hand paint this. Let me just isolate this so it's easier to see. Because I'm giving the backgrounds to these pages a more like painterly look. I don't want the harshness of the line art. I use the line art for certain things, for certain panels that have background elements, but for the most part, I want it to be a little softer so the characters pop. And in changing this, I'm going to be able to add some nice sort of bright overlit spots on the background elements, or the foreground elements in this case. The inked lines work fine for the original artwork, which the client will also get along with the high-res version here of the color version. Let's see, did I close my lines? I did not. Of course I didn't. Oh no. You gotta be kidding me. I was on the wrong layer. Why do I do that? That's the danger of talking and working. Alright, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do this and save some time. I don't want you to have to watch me do that again. I'm just going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to cut out these actual lines, put them on their own layer, get them out of the way. There we go. Turn that back on. Let's duplicate this a couple times. Firm it up. There we go. Anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? I'm going on a little bit of a road trip myself. It should be fun. Of course, it's going to have to be a working road trip because I've got work to do. But that's the great thing about working on my iPad. For everything, I can take work anywhere. In fact, I'm going to be doing some. This road trip's going to be out. I'm going to be on my own, so I'm actually going to do some writing on the road trip as I drive by speaking into my voice notes app and then transcribing it with my audio pen app afterwards, which will take my words and make them organized thoughts, which will be nice. And that's the cool thing about technology. You can do it on the go now. And I think that with the iPhone 16 coming out, Apple Intelligence is going to allow you to do that too. That kind of thing. Alright, let's hue and saturation adjust on this. I forget to switch. Oh, that's weird. What? No, that's right. That's. Come on. Was all about. Ah, that's what that is. Still some line back there. Well, let's turn that off so we can see things straight. It's starting to look better. I like it better already. It's a little bright. Let's turn it down. Or actually, it's a little dark, I should say. Let's brighten it up a bit. All right, now we've got that. Let's put this back there. Same for this. Let's give it, come on. Hello, Planet Chan Art on Rumble. Yep, another. I'm also a Procreate artist. That's where I work. I feel like it is where I work. It's like, yeah, I work in Procreate, at Procreate, with Procreate. But that's something I always tell people when they ask about, you know, why I use Procreate or what they should use or whatever. It's like, find your home, find the place that feels like, you know, find the app that when you open it you feel like you're home. I'm actually gonna, let's see, let's get these in their own group, call it background stuff, and we'll drag it down. It should go beneath the characters, put it right there. Look at that. Still got stuff to do, but at least it's starting to work. Oh, we gotta drag it, actually, there we go. Get it under the light and under the color layers so it looks right. Nice. All right, that's a good start. Now we have the background stuff. Do a couple more adjustments on it. It's always good to zoom out once in a while and see how it looks, you know, overall. See if you're getting details right and stuff. Alright, let me go in here. Let's put some glass. I think I used that. I love this paintbrush bristles brush. I think it's one of, let me check. I think it's one of Procreate's native, where is it, painting brushes. Oh, it's not. I wonder where I got it from. Interesting. Well, I like it and I use it a lot, so I put a copy in what I call my paint set. I gotta figure out where I got that. It's a really good brush though. I must have got it with some brush set that I bought at a certain point. I bought many from various creators. It's a good brush. Creates a nice dirty streak. I'm just touching it out. It's too dark, but I wanted to see it. Let's throw a little some hint of light. This helps lead the eye a little bit over to Dr. Zola. Bring that down. I'm going to duplicate it and give it a little bit of a blur. There. Now I can adjust these. I don't want too much there. I can merge it down and reduce it even a little bit more. Just want a hint of it. Works for me. Planet Shan Chan Art on Rumble says, I do traditional acrylic painting as well. I like variety. You know, I wish I was a more traditionally trained painter someday. Everything I do is just sort of instinct and guesswork. 2 years of guesswork, and I'm kind of at that old dog stage where it's like, I don't know if I can do any new tricks. I think I can just do the ones I can do. Just kind of building up layer by layer. I think I need a little brighter. Yeah. Setting this to add mode creates a nice bright but still colorful effect when you set something to add mode. Overlay and add are good for that. Whoops. Let me do something. Let's select just that. Just that. There we go. One of the things I like about doing these live streams for stuff like this is I tend to work faster because I don't want to waste anybody's time. I want to get the stuff moving, and that means that I get things done faster. And I found that in general, some people might say, well, if you're working faster, aren't you working a little, less effective? And actually, that's not true. I found that I do just as good work whether I'm working fast or working slow. So I always say I might as well work fast. And working fast also keeps things a little bit looser, you know what I mean? It's less time to be too precious about things. All right, I'm going to duplicate this and then erase away the parts that aren't in direct light, like that, so that there's a little brighter area up top. And merge that down. There we go. Pencil Riot on Instagram says, "This looks amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the kind words." Okay. I think I want to add a little bit of like wood texture to the the frame here. Make it look a little less perfect. Soften up the highlight just a little bit up here. It's a little too bright. Still gotta do that door. Oh well. Planet Shan Art on Rumble says, "I don't work faster on streams. I doubt myself and worry I'm boring. Also, I worry if I get into the flow, I will stop talking to chat." I'm actually kind of the opposite in that I found that if I'm talking while I'm working, I'm usually able to get into the flow a little easier, and I get outside of my head. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again. But yeah, so I actually kind of I found that I kind of like being able to chat with people, and I used, long ago when I had a pretty much daily Ustream show back in between like 2008 and 2011, it really helped me being able to chat, get out of my head. Why is it not? Oh, that's why. Why is this doing that? Come on, turn off. There we go. Okay. Let's check on my layers. Let's see how many layers I have right now. Ooh, 1 layer. All right. I gotta see if I can get rid of some. Oh, you know what I can do? I can just. I don't need the text layers anymore to be independent layers. Get that all done. I'll just flatten that. I can redo it if I need to. There we go. That freed up some layers. Get rid of that too. Don't need that. This is looking more like what I hoped it would look like, for sure. Still not there yet, but getting closer. Where was I? Sorry. Get back. There it is. Background stuff. All right. Let's tackle the table. I'm gonna give the table some highlights and then a big highlight area up on the top, because one of the things I did with this, turn this off, is I wanted the sense of sort of like an overlit reflective light from the table. So you can see that in these panels, sort of. And I want that established here. So that's what I'm going to do. Because these are the things that are at this point right in the direct line of light. So I just want to get these. I forgot to paint that. Dang it. I'll fix it later. Okay, let's turn that down. But also, let's see if I can add a little bit of the bounce light that I was talking about. Let's zoom out, throw the adjustment layers back on. There we go. On, off. All right, it's starting to look better. It's interesting that you don't really need too much detail in there under the table, just enough to get a sense of what the heck's going on there. That said, I am gonna, let's see, let's start merging these down. We'll call this chair. Oh, table of chairs. We'll just call it table. Brad Smith on YouTube. Hello, Brad Smith. Says, is that from the Max Pack paint pack? You know what? It might be. I think I do have one of the Max packs. Let me check. He's asking about the. Is it from this? I don't see it, but oh, is this it? It's one of these, maybe. It might be one of these, one of the Max packs. You have a few of them. They're pretty cool. Yeah, and then like every once in a while, when I find a painting brush that I know I can use, that I use a lot and tend to work into my workflow, I put it in my little paint set. Of course, there's a way of checking in that, right? Paintbrush bristles. Let's see. Huh. No name on it. That's weird. Wonder why that is. Oh well. It's a mystery. Alright. So. Let's. That's a little too much. All right, let's tackle the door. We'll separate that the way we did before. Let's just cut and paste that. Let's drag that down into the background stuff. I like that. The colors are okay, I guess. So let me just let's copy and paste that. Throw that there. Okay. Sorry for being so disorganized here. Just gonna copy myself there. Throw that there. This up and use this as a quick guide here so while I'm painting this. Just see where I had the line art. Merge that down. Sorry if I'm missing some of the chat here. Planet Shan Shan Art on Rumble was talking about how they're setting up a chill Rumble Studio Hangout. Cool. Yeah, sometimes I listen to audiobooks or movies, but honestly, I do that all the time anyway, you know, not work related, so I like doing streams to connect a little bit with people who might want to see my work. Let me fix that, that's wrong. Plus, you know, doing the streams, to me it's really helpful because it helps you get out of your usual grind. You know what I mean? It helps you because otherwise, as a professional artist or comic maker, you're always sort of on your own, unless you work with studio mates, which is rare these days. You know. I don't think I'd want to do that. I don't think I'm a studio mate kind of guy. used to be a really beneficial thing for artists, you know, back in the 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, I guess, you know, to join up. And but I don't think it's necessary these days. It can be helpful, and certainly it's a good idea to connect with other artists. But I do like working from home, so. Wasn't right. Alright, let's put some distress on this door. Now, delete that. Still got a little bit of line art up here I want to get rid of. So here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to sort of create a sense of the edges of the walls. Let's turn off. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Whoops. So select that. Okay. Now let's go back down to the actual background area. Let's create a new layer here. But there we go. Now I can erase those. Where's that other layer? There it is. Let's clean that up because I went way past the panel border. There we go. Let's put this actually above the door. There we go. That's better. All right, now let's look at what we've done here. Still got to paint the lamp. Let's add some edging. An edge light to the door. I might not like that. Yeah, it works on the side, but not on the top, so let's get rid of that. Just a little bit on the side. Give it some definition. So I think the table, I need to fix a couple of things, and I think then that'll be it for today. Oh. It's been a productive stream, though, I think. Add a couple more details to the table. Just another sort of adjustments back on. So I think I like to do is repaint the lamp up there. And I think I'm done with this page. Still have some work to do on the other colored pages. I decided I want to go in and do a little bit more detail in the brickwork. Not gonna do it on this one. Brickwork's too small. It's just where I want it to be in terms of visibility, but I'll show you. So like on these bricks, I'm going to be adding just a little bit of shadow on the edge down there, and what else is I doing there? Where is it? Oh, it's the roofs. Ah, you can see I already started here. I'll turn it way up so you can see it. I'm gonna color some of the bricks a little darker. You can see that I started there, but it's gonna be pretty subtle. Maybe not that subtle, but I want to give a little bit of a variation to the brickwork, make it look a little less, boring and vanilla. Just make it feel a little bit more unique. And add some shading on the bottom, like I said, just a little bit more detail to the backgrounds on certain panels. Not every panel of a comic needs backgrounds. I definitely, did the whole cheat with these. Sometimes you gotta go abstract. All right, so that's all for today. Jared, again, if you To my commission client, Jared, if you're watching, I have pencils ready to go to print Blue Line, but I only just got to that point right before the show started today, so I was unable to get those ready for inking. But I'll be doing 2 days of work on these pages next week, so we're getting a lot closer to having these finished for you, Jared. I really appreciate your patience. In the meantime, everybody, please like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff on Instagram, X, YouTube, Rumble, and Facebook, the 5 places that I stream to currently. And everybody have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday.